So that's a different kind of flute. It's made from a gourd. So welcome to the Eagle's Nest. So we're all set for a fun evening. I have Zach here. Zach, step in here where people can see your lovely face. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks for having me.
And bringing some of your instruments that you make. Now you work full-time for
High Spirits Flutes, yeah. I've been working there about 12 years or so. And I just want to say right now that we make really, really nice flutes there. I take a lot of pride in the job we do and the flutes we make. Everything there is 100%. I just do this as like a side deal, just to keep my creative juices flowing.
So that pays the bills.
That pays the bills, you betcha.
And this is the fun.
Exactly.
All right. Well, you have quite an arsenal that you brought along here.
Yes, I do.
So you make all different kinds of instruments, not just these interesting flutes out of gourds.
And let me also say that I do grow all these gourds.
You grow them all yourself.
Yeah, I grow all of them by myself.
There's a couple of people that are usually in the site. Lil and Don grow gourds.
All right.
And make rattles and things out of them.
Cool.
So they will be very interested in some of what you're doing tonight.
Right on. Nice.
Now you have some ukuleles?
Ukuleles, mountain dulcimers, lyres, slide guitars, drums, shakers, rattles, just about everything you could imagine.
All right. And all of these are homegrown?
Everything is homegrown. That's the name of my little side company, is Homegrown Instruments. We grow everything. I do all the work there in Patagonia. Fine-tune all the instruments.
So that's your creative and fun side.
Yes, exactly.
All right. What's that thing there on the table?
This guy here is called a udu drum, and it's also a mix with a cajon. If you see the top side, it's wood right here. It's got a little wire rasp underneath it, so it's got like that snare sound to it. And this side is the udu side. Hopefully it picks it up nicely. Let me okay. Got a nice liquidy kind of water sound to it. It's really, really cool.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We may lose our heads.
That's all right.
See the instruments better.
Yeah. So, and on this side, it's just a nice little wood burning that I did.
So that's your burn-in.
Yeah.
So it's not painted.
It's actually burned in this particular one right here. I have some that are actually painted, some that are burned, all different types of varieties.
Okay. So that's a combination drum and udu.
Yes, exactly.
What's that one next to it?
This is a drum. It's got a pretty nice sound. Got an animal skin head on it.
That's pretty nice sounding.
Yeah, it's got a nice tone to it.
It does.
Yeah, pretty happy with the way this one sounds too.
All right. And then you sell these.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Your website is?
My website is actually Homegrown Instruments.
Homegrown Instruments.
Yeah. Here's my business card. No, Homegrown Instruments, if you're on Facebook or anything like that, you can look up Homegrown Instruments. And we've got a website that we're in the process of building, and it's got a nice gallery of all the instruments. It's a nice website. I mean, you can look at it. It shows the flutes or the drums or anything that I make. It shows a picture of it. Then it's got a video, and then it's got a description. So it's a work in progress right now.
Sound bites?
Yes, yes, you bet. Yeah, the videos have sound bites.
Yeah, and then what are all these little things you've got over here?
Okay, this little guy here, I like to call him Tony.
All right, that's Tony.
That's Tony.
That's Tony.
Right here. Let me show that guy. That's Angry Frank.
Angry Frank. Oh, figure out which way this.
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
There we go. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, he is. In an angry way.
Okay, a little shaker.
Uh-huh. We got little shakers. We got these guys. That's pretty cool. This is, we call this a 3-hole squash. And it's got a different sound to it. Only 3 holes, so you're kind of limited, but it's still kind of cool.
Once you get a kind of quiet middle.
Yeah, this one's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I have this guy. This is really cool. I've had this guy for, I don't know, since probably about 10 years. I made this 10 years ago, but it's got a really good tone. Got a nice little tone to it. I burned a nice little image on the front side of it.
So that's the gourd that you grew.
Yes, and this is actually
baby gourd.
This one is actually a loofah.
Loofah.
Yeah, I had to take a wire and pull that whole loofah out of there. Actually, I got really lucky on this one. I didn't break it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, I really like this one. This one, if you play it just right, it sounds kind of like an organ. Got that kind of organ sound to it. Got a nice little tree carving on the front there.
Almost a tree of life design.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that
So
one.
that's kind of like an ocarina, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Then I have this other guy. This is an ocarina right here. It's a 6-hole ocarina. You got the little gourd on the back. It's pretty cool.
So that's a half a gourd.
That's a half a gourd, yep.
Okay.
It's got an interesting sound to it.
It does.
And over here, this is pretty cool. This is, it's like a croaking frog, but I call this a croaking tadpole. It's like a percussion instrument. Let me play that sucker for a second.
All right. Oh yeah, keep playing. I'm gonna get a shaker there.
Okay. It's got an alien face on it. And it's got a spaceship fetish. So it's a little strange, but it's a one of a kind.
It is, yeah. Now, are the gourds pretty fragile?
Yes, they're very fragile, especially the flutes. The flutes are very fragile. The ocarinas, the drums, and the ukuleles and all that stuff, not really so much, but the flutes are very, very fragile. So
Good
we
hit
have to
for
take
you.
care of them.
When you're talking, can face so people, I know your camera shot in bashful.
Okay.
When you're talking that way, it's going to be hard to hear.
Okay?
All right?
You bet.
All right. So the drums and the stringed instruments, they're pretty durable.
Yes, these are really durable. There's no problem with these whatsoever. And some of these are actually made out of wood.
But the flutes are...
The flutes are very delicate. Yeah. But, you know, having something delicate and taking good care of it says a lot about somebody. You know what I mean? If you have one of these and you own it for 20, 30 years, then you're a pretty awesome dude. You know how to take care of your stuff.
All right. So you got another one that...
Yeah, you bet. This is a really nice one. I like this one. This is called the Hawk.
The hawk?
Yeah.
Why do you call it the hawk?
The Hawk. Actually, 'cause this is a little kestrel hawk here. This got a really, really nice higher pitched tone. Yeah, I really like that flute. It's got a really, really nice tone.
It does have a very nice tone. So, and your string instruments now.
Okay, they're all really, really different. Let me start with this one right here. This is a really cool one.
That looks kind of like a ukulele.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
Actually, I call it a desert ukulele because it's a gourd. With this one, we call it a 3-hole ukulele.
do you sing too?
You know what? I wish I sang better, but I don't want to embarrass anybody out there or myself. No, usually when I play an instrument like this, I'll either let somebody else play it and I'll accompany them with flute, or I'll play the instrument and let somebody like you accompany me with the flute.
Well, since you got all these flutes along,
Yeah. Why don't you grab that one of that E flute?
this one over
Yeah.
here, the guy I started with,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, if you just leave that hole uncovered the whole time.
The whole time.
Yep. All right. So that's that one. This is another one. This is we call this one the pear. And
Kind of has a
yeah, it's got a pear appearance to it.
yeah, kind of like you and me.
Don't tell anyone. It's funny, Tom. I'm sure my wife didn't make that name up. All right. So this is the same thing.
What key is that?
They're all made in the same key. They're basically tuned, well, like a ukulele, but I can play it in any key. So if you pick up that flute again, that same E flute, and just play anything in E, which is with all the holes covered or whatever.
How about I use?
There you go. All right.
All right. So that's the pear.
Yeah, this is the pear.
The pear.
It's shaped like you and me, Tom.
Yeah. What's on the back of that?
It's like a tribal, just a tribal drawing.
And it's burned in there.
Yes, this is burned in there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and actually I got quite a bit of time into this little rascal. But, you know, as I'm starting out, as I'm first starting out with these guys, I'm getting to have quite a bit of time with it, but, you know, down the road I'm sure they'll get easier and easier as I make them. And I'll be able to do more custom things with each one of them. And this is really what I want to do. I really want to focus in on more of the stringed instruments and leave the flute playing for work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is more of something that I enjoy.
Yeah, just as a point of discussion,
Uh-huh.
what do you get on these instruments?
Anywhere from 100 to 150. Yeah, something like this is about $150. And I mean, it's all handmade. I mean, I've got a lot of time in each and every one of them.
Well,
And I could honestly, I couldn't ask any less because it wouldn't be worth my time
well,
to make.
at 13 cents an hour, you know.
I know. What is that, like 2,000 hours?
And your flute's about the same.
Yeah, exactly. Let me show you this guy. This is really neat.
You're sure? Oh! Hey, we're gonna do some serious picking here.
This is more of like a dulcimer sort of instrument, but it's tuned to a pentatonic scale, so it's the selections and the things you can do with it are really strange. They're limited, but they're strange and they're kind of cool. So
That's a 3-stringer?
yeah, 3-stringer. Got the little woodpecker carved on top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it actually isn't quite finished yet. But yeah. There we go. Yeah, let me show you how it sounds.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another gourd.
Yeah, yeah. If you look at the back side, that's the gourd side of it.
So now, you're more into the string that you do the flutes for a living during the day.
Mm-hmm.
and then you're more of a guitar.
Yeah, you know, I've been playing guitar since I was like 14 or so, so I've really taken to building these things, and I really enjoy building it up. Just so everybody knows, I'm not a master at this by any means right now, but eventually I like to get there, you know what I mean? Just little by little, take the time and learn each step and try to do everything as well as I can.
And what about this one right here?
This one is actually really cool. This one has the possibility of plugging in right here, and then it's got a volume switch. This got a nice tone to it. Yeah, so this one's really cool.
Yeah, so that's an electric guitar.
Yeah, and if you look on the back side, I cut out a little spot for it right here where I can actually get in there and do electrical work if anything ever happens to it, you know, as far as electronics go. Yeah, but it's its own original design, original shape, and everything like that.
So for $150, you guarantee it.
Yeah, you bet.
So if it gets out of tune, send it back.
No.
No.
If it gets out of tune, you got to tune it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what they sell tuners and stuff for. But yeah, if anything else happens, though, you bet you can send it back and I'll take care of it. If anything funny happens with it or anything like that. Yeah, but this one is really nice. It's a sweet little
Yeah. And you got another flute or two over there you haven't played yet.
Okay. I've got this guy here. I really like this one. This one is
Bearpaw.
Bearpaw. That's it, Bearpaw. And then I got the bear fetish on top, which is really a nice fetish. Yes, that's a nice one. And then I have this one. This is the Raven. It's got a raven painted on it. Got the cool fetish on the top. This one is the key of A.
That is a very nice sounding flute.
Yeah, it is. It sounds
What
pretty
key,
good, huh?
what key is that?
That was in the key of A.
Uh-huh.
I have another one here in the key of G. That's very similar to the last one. This one is also a Raven flute. It sounds really good.
key of
This is the key of G.
G.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I gotta show you this whether you want to hear it or not.
Oh,
I think you referred to this as a lovesick moose.
oh. Okay.
This might actually take me a few seconds to get it right, but. And bear in mind, I'm not a saxophone player or anything like that. I just made this.
Right. That's almost a habanero sound, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, actually, this mouthpiece here, I believe, came from a didgeridoo. I believe. I'm not 100% on that one,
Uh-huh.
but it's really nice.
But you made the mouthpiece?
No, actually, I did not make the
Oh,
mouthpiece.
okay.
I-
But you made
I made the flute.
you grew the gourd,
Yeah, I grew the gourd and made the
made the flute.
made the flute.
Can you play that with a regular mouthpiece or?
It's better with this thing just because
Uh-huh.
it works so well.
What's that one beside it?
This? Now I'm not an expert at this either, but it's a didgeridoo. In fact, I don't even know if I should play it. I'll try though.
So that's a gourd didgeridoo.
Yeah, a didgeridoo gourd.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's different, huh?
It sure is. Yeah.
And then this is something that's really cool. I like this guy. This is,
That's kind of like the tree of life, huh?
yeah, it's exactly, it's pretty much the same design. Let me show everybody how it looks. Yeah, it's got the tree on the top. It's a 3-stringed instrument. Now, I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is a gourd shaker. Let me show it to the camera here. It's a crazy looking little thing, but anyway, what I do with it is I put it on my finger. All right. Now we're ready to jam.
Good.
So that's that one. It's got a really nice tone to it. I really like the sound of this one. Of course, with a little shaker, that just adds fun to the whole thing.
Can you show that shaker and talk a little bit more about it?
Okay. Yeah, this is the shaker right here. Let me give it a close up here. Yeah, this is I call this Crazy-Eyed Becky.
All right.
She's just a little off, and basically it was a tiny little gourd. I got a little piece of wire going around for where you put it around your finger. It's really cool because it makes a good sound when you play guitar. You get that strumming motion, so every time you strum, it kind of gives you that feel. But the other cool thing about it is when you play it with a drum too.
I can hear that. I hope that
Yeah, me
the
too.
mic is picking it
Yeah,
up.
me too. Yeah, it's these little guys are a lot of fun. I mean, I've seen them at different shows and things. They're usually made out of different things than gourds, obviously, but but I just saw this little gourd and said, man, I got to do something with it.
Yeah, it's neat. I noticed from the chat, a couple of people apparently came in late. And I think there was a question there. Now you work at High Spirits,
Yes, sir.
so you when you're doing the High Spirits, do you tune each one?
Yes, sir. I tune each and every single flute that comes out of High Spirits doors. I've tuned for the past 12 years.
Oh, okay.
So I figure I've tuned enough of them that it would stretch from Patagonia all the way to Phoenix if you were to lay them out on the road. That's just a reference. I don't know.
Yeah. So when you make them, they're bored now. They're bored, right?
Sure.
So they're not split.
No, we bore them all in one piece. Yeah, every flute is a one-piece flute, and we stand behind everything we do at High Spirits. We do a really, like I said, a top job, top quality job there.
And then you have really kind of a programmed drilling operation.
Yes.
And then you.
Yes, what we try to do is try to make every hole about 20 to 30 cents flat, and then you tune it up from that point to make it perfectly 440.
So then you take a file and dig around?
Yeah, something like that. I don't want to get too much in detail over trade secrets or whatever. But yeah.
Okay. So then you bring them up, and you individually tune each and every one.
Yes.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's where you learned all about flutes and flute making.
Yes, you bet. I before I started working at High Spirits, I knew nothing about flutes. Absolutely nothing.
What did you do before that?
I was a carpenter and a guitar player, musician, but mostly a carpenter. For a living, mostly a carpenter.
Okay.
Musicians don't make any money.
People on here pretty well know that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Don't get any false hopes because it doesn't happen.
Yeah. So 12 years you've been working with tuning flutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because my introduction to the flutes, I have no background. But I was kayaking with my camera doing wild bird photography down in Patagonia Lake. And I heard a sound that spoke to me. And so I paddled around, found the guy, had him come out. He had 3 of your flutes. And so he told me a little bit about them and where to find it. And that's where I came up and met you.
You bet. I remember that.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah. And then I bought the F sharp. And then.
Yeah, that was your first flute, was the F sharp. Huh?
Yep.
And now look at him. He's got a whole house full of flutes.
Then I came back 3 weeks later and got 2 more. So I got the low A, and so I was visiting with you in there. You had the whole tray pulling them out.
Yeah, so, I remember that. That was back in the old days when it had everything right there. Now it's a little different now. But
is it?
Yeah, we've got a great big showroom with all the flutes and everything in the showroom.
Oh.
But yeah.
And then you have somebody making the wraps and all that, the ties.
Yeah, we have people working at High Spirits that actually tie the flutes, and there's so many people working there. But I'll tell you what, everybody who works there does 100%. They're really, really people who do the work on the flutes are craftsmen. That's what they are. They're all craftsmen.
How many people do you have working there?
Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say 20, but there could be more.
That's half the town of Patagonia, isn't it?
Plus a few people. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have your shop, which is right there in Patagonia as well?
Yes, it's right in Patagonia. I wish I could tell you which street it's on, but I don't honestly know. But yes, I have my own shop in Patagonia that I just started, where I'm making ukuleles and things like that. And like I said before, that's my main focus, making stringed instruments.
Yeah. And then you have a particular place where your garden is, where you grow the gourds?
It's funny you say that. I usually grew gourds at my house for the first couple of years. I grew quite a few of the gourds at my house, but my wife's Aunt Denise, she has a farm. It's called Harris Heritage Growers, and we're starting to grow gourds out at her farm. I'm reading your comments. Yeah, they're a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they grow we're growing the gourds at the Harris Heritage Growers now, and if you haven't been there, they grow everything there. They grow food. Mostly what they grow there is food, but they have milk cows and other things like that there too.
Now it's starting to get a little dark. Geo wants to know about a dulcimer type gourd. While I turn on some lights,
Okay.
why don't you play a dulcimer type?
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna play this guy again, and get the old shaker on.
Oh, we're gonna do the finger shaker.
Yeah, we're gonna do the finger shaker again.
Pardon me.
All right.
Hey, can you type
A little bit, yeah.
a little bit?
I'm not a master, but I can type.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you take that thing off, after you get rid of the little shaker on your finger, why don't you use that keyboard and type in your homegrown flute?
Okay. You
Just
bet.
in case people are interested.
Sure.
By the way, I was doing the, what do you call this one?
That is. I'm not sure what we're calling that one. I don't think we even have a name for that one
Oh,
yet.
okay. That's the
curvy E.
the dove.
Yeah, the curvy dove E. All right. Yeah, before we leave, or before we're done here, I gotta show you this thing. That's
All right, you can do that. What, you don't know how to type that in? Here. Oh, I'm gonna have to get the cursor down.
Oh,
All right, start over.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, okay. Jim put it down for us.
All right, what do
All
you got?
right. All right. So now that is a,
This right here, I have to show everybody this. This is
you just have to.
I have to. It's totally. It's a cool instrument. This is called a lyre. And it goes
L-I-A-R?
Lyre.
Oh,
Again, it's almost like you and me, but not quite. So anyway, this is a medieval instrument. I mean, it comes back years and years ago. And the neat thing about this instrument is you can tune it any way you want to. You can tune it do, re, mi, pentatonically, Spanish scale, any way you want to. But I chose to tune this one pentatonically just because of the flutes and everything.
Oh, does that
keep it the same?
Oh,
So
what's your bottom note?
This one is an E.
An E? All right, we're all set. We ended at the same time.
There we go.
How about
That's no
that?
lie.
So that's a lie,
That's a liar.
okay?
Different than you and I.
Uh-huh.
And this one I gotta show you guys. This is more like let's see, how would I describe this? Kind of like a cigar box banjo, but with a gourd.
All right.
So basically that's what it is. And unfortunately I didn't bring my slide, but I do have this bottle here, so I'm gonna try to.
I wonder
Try to do some
where you got
improvising.
that bottle.
I know some people.
Yeah, you know, a wine drinker.
I know a couple of them.
That sounds pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's a 3-string.
That's a 3-string cigar box. Well, it's not a cigar box. But
Yeah.
a gourd. Actually, this is a tobacco box gourd, so I suppose we call it a tobacco box banjo.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. And so you do kind of the slide thing on that. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, keeps it interesting.
Does the address 269 4th Avenue sound familiar?
Yes, it does.
Does it's amazing.
I'm glad my brother's watching this.
Yeah. Oh,
He's helping me out here.
there you go. All right. Have we played all of your flutes?
Let's see. Which one have we not played? I think we might have.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to hear another one?
Yeah, let's do some more.
All right.
That's your alien.
This is the Area 51.
Show 'em.
All right, here's the. Let's see. We'll turn it this way. There's the happy face. That's when times are good. That's when times are bad and you're about to get probed.
Oh, isn't that cute?
And here's the fetish.
Uh-huh. A gray.
Yeah. So you want to accompany me on with anything? Or
Sure.
how about that guy?
Let me take my clackers off.
Your clackers?
I noticed it. There we go. Oh, I kind of like that little drum.
Yeah, it's got a nice little tone to it.
It does. I see your brother's trying to help out. Zeke 142.
Zeke 142, so that's my brother.
Well, Flame was saying, so your brother is in there. You know, say, we got one.
We got one. Drive him home, drive him home.
That's your older brother.
Yeah, he's my older brother.
All right.
Yeah, and he's really been an instrumental part in trying to get all these chords together and trying to do something with it. He's really
Ray wants to know how much for the lyre.
The lyre is $150. And it is electric.
It's electric?
Yeah, if you look on the back side, there's a volume switch and a plug-in right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you can plug it in and you can really get some good tones out of it. This is my first one, too. I'm planning on making a lot more of these.
Yes, so then you can tune that. That's how many strings? That's 7.
7 strings, yes.
That's more than I have on my guitar.
Yeah. That's one more string.
Yeah. So, maybe you ought to, it's a lot of work to tune it differently.
Yeah, actually it is just for one setting.
Yeah. All right. But you can do regular do, re, mi.
You can do do, re, mi, you can do the pentatonic, you can do Spanish scale, you can tune it pretty much any way you want. Japanese scale, any scale you want to do, you can do it with this thing right here.
Is that, remember this?
Yes, I do.
You know where I got that?
High Spirits Flutes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You remember where?
Voyager RV?
No.
No. I don't remember where.
Zion.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, this is. Can I play it?
Sure.
Can I play it? I used to know how.
And you tuned that.
I tuned it. Actually, I tuned it.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say I came up with the idea for the scale too.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I really enjoy that flute. It's a nice flute.
I've, yeah. And Ray has one that she plays, you know,
Uh-huh.
that sounds awesome as well. But yeah, I've in this, you know, the bowls that I moved
Uh-huh.
to make room for your merchandise. But with the bowls,
Uh-huh.
this goes nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's a really sweet flute.
It is, but that's a high spirits.
Yes, sir.
That's not a homegrown.
That's not a homegrown, but it's something I take very much pride in as well.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now you have not shown or played this one.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about this guy.
Yeah.
This, if you look at it, you can't really tell from looking at it, but it is actually a gourd too. I just dyed it black. And this kind of symbolizes the ravens in Patagonia.
Thought I saw something here. Oh, do you make a bold? Those ones.
You know, actually, I haven't tried that yet, but I'm open to anything. If I haven't made it yet, I'm either going to or yeah, well, I'll eventually make everything that I can.
What key is
That is a key of F sharp.
that's kind of neat.
Yeah,
Ugly
I
as
put a
sin.
lot of time into carving the wood
Yeah.
too.
I believe you will. I believe it. Ugly as sin, but you better try it. Try it once.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm glad you think I'm attractive.
Somebody did. She married you.